Hello, everyone. My name is Ruchi Soni, and I'm the Manager of Energy Access at the UN Foundation. This is the sixth in a series of conversations that the Energy Access Practitioner Network is having with practitioners and ecosystem enablers in the off-grid energy space. Today, we are pleased to have Siten Mandalia join us, who's the co-founder and CEO of an innovative company called Solaris Offgrid. Solaris Offgrid's mission is to support sustainable and profitable off-grid energy ventures through providing for a backbone of pay-go infrastructure. Sitan has over 8 years of experience in the energy access space and has developed several pioneering, award-winning inclusive business models. He graduated from Imperial College London with a mechanical engineering degree and later attended the Imperial Business School's MBA Innovation and Entrepreneurship course to launch a business in energy access. Having an East African family background, he understood the opportunities and challenges firsthand. In 2014, Sitan co-founded Solaris Offgrid in order to develop technology to meet customer energy access needs under an affordable and scalable model. Welcome, Sitan. We're very, very excited to have you.
Hi, Ruchi. Happy to be here.
Great. Today, we're going to talk about the work Solaris Offgrid does in the energy access space and the impact of your work on people's lives. So then my first question is really around that there's a lot of conversation around pay-as-you-go systems for the last few years. I was looking up the statistics and found from 2013 to 2016, pay-go-based systems, mostly solar home systems and some Pico systems, have had an average annual growth rate of close to 140%. Solaris Offgrid offers this fully integrated software and app pay-go platform. Maybe we could just start with an overview of your company and how the platform works.
Sure. So Solaris Offgrid develops solar pay-as-you-go solutions that have been designed in the field for the field. The reason why we have that as our slogan is we started in 2014 with our own operation in Tanzania, developing basically affordable solutions that can be scaled, highly scalable, and therefore needing to be profitable. So with that broad approach, we kind of honed in on the need for very integrated software, so integrated into the business, integrated into the product, and the pay-as-you-go went with that, making it affordable, and there's sort of lots of evidence around the affordability of that model. And we went in with a view of being customer-orientated. We have a baseline study done on each customer we installed the solar home system in, and being very data orientated throughout the operation. And this really needed a software platform to integrate through those processes, to collect that data and have that data visually available for staff on the ground, but also managers to understand performance and profitability, and then go through and give financial portfolio analysis of the actual portfolio of solar home systems that are being installed there. So that's kind of all the reasons why we came to the conclusion that a software platform for pay-as-you-go needed to integrate through all of the business activities. And then we've continued to go a step further and think, what will be the most impactful for the industry and our position within it, and that came to us providing the software solution to multiple parties around the globe, and that's where we are today. So we have this software platform, and we provide it as a software as a service to third-party solar home system distributors.
That's great, Sitan. Thank you very much. I guess out of pure curiosity, how did you first identify pay-as-you-go as the best system for your integrated approach? And I guess for also those who may not be as familiar with the benefits of pay-go, maybe you can speak to some of the benefits and how it helps in reaching larger customer bases.
Sure. So pay-as-you-go comes in numerous forms, but typically customers living at the last mile without electricity access have difficulty in affording the upfront costs of solar energy. And to enable them to pay over a span of typically 2 years, payments are made as that customer uses the system. And after a certain number of payments, or a certain level of payments, that system then becomes that person's, owned by that person. So you typically lease to own model. That's what we have adopted in Tanzania in our operation, and most of our customers around the globe do the same. So the benefits there are vastly more affordable for that client base, and exposes them to a range of products that they wouldn't have ever been able to afford before. So that's, broadly speaking, the benefits of PayGo.
This is great. As I also understand, your software allows for interoperability, which is where the software can be integrated with a range of third-party solar home system hardwares. I would love to understand more on how that works.
So our approach is to be as flexible as possible. We know there are great solutions out there on hardware as well as software. And we also understand that different customers at different ends of the energy ladder, so to speak, have different needs. So we wanted to provide a system on the software side that was able to integrate and adopt the various different hardware system solutions that are available according to those customer needs. So we've created this platform to easily integrate with those, and we're going down the route of making that process as easy as possible. So if you're a hardware producer, you can connect to our system very quickly, very easily. We've got our own device cloud system where a third-party hardware operator can connect to it and get up and running on our software very quickly and easily. And that reduces a lot of costs, upfront costs that otherwise small distributors could delay and put off paying.
Right. And for any such platform where data can be collected with PayGo platform, it must provide great insights into the customer base and behavior. So how do you tap these analytics that you receive to improve services through your work?
That's kind of the crux of what we found when we started, is that data is key to be able to get from where we are, where the operations are starting and get going, and then need to hone in on efficiencies and reduce costs, make operations of distribution of solar home systems and the performance of portfolios efficient. That data is massively important, not just collecting it, but being able to visualize, understand, and utilize it to make decisions. So we started with the collection, but on the platform, we've been able to make these correlations quite quickly and easily. And so we see things like a correlation between the occupation that customers might have and their ability to pay and their default rates, or their stated income levels and their default rates. And you're able to make a decision on changes to make on the model, or price changes based on similar sorts of findings. We're able to understand the impacts that people might have in their daily lives, knowing that they had a certain family background, a certain geographical position, income levels, and then doing a follow-up study to understand how that has shifted or changed is really impactful for us. Having too much data is a problem. Not being able to sift through it and understand it and use it in the correct way. So it's important to have this data infrastructure and management process. So that's what we feel Solaris provides additionally as well. The general thinking is that the industry is collecting this data at the moment, but needs to be more scientific about the approach in using it to be decision orientated, data driven, decision orientated around that one.
Thanks, Sitan. In terms of impacts, what we saw from the videos on your website is that many of your customers talk about the improvement in education through additional study hours available to them in electrified homes. Did you foresee this impact on education, or was this an unexpected success, so to speak?
Yes and no. I mean, we understood that was a general theory that providing light, providing a good source of lighting after dark would allow students to study more, and therefore the ability to study and improve their grades. So we took that view and did baseline study of all of our clients. So each and every one of our clients have had their question asked, what's your average school grades of your children, and that allows us then to ask the question in a year's time, how they have they improved, and what are the effects of that, how many hours were they able to study, and how many hours are they studying now after dark. So we didn't make any assumptions. We saw that as a theory, and we implemented the process to prove or disprove that fact through the software. And we do a survey simply because that's the easiest way to get accurate, clear data from our customer base as it is today. There's no easy way of collecting high quality data and verifying it in an automated way as of today, but yeah.
This definitely sounds like it's been quite a journey for you, Sitan. I guess my final question here is, what have been some of the biggest successes that you've seen? And finally, if you could speak to some of the challenges you've also faced in this journey you've embarked upon, and if there are any solutions that you'd employ to deal with these challenges.
Sure. So definitely success has been launching the Solaris Offgrid pay-as-you-go platform to third parties. That's when we started to get validation from those third parties, high-profile clients around the globe, requesting and now using our software. So that's been incredibly good for us, positive for us to see, get the feedback, and really the interaction with the whole industry has opened up. And we've learned a great deal about what's really happening in the industry, because we're having these conversations every day with distributors on the ground about their needs, their challenges, and how we can play an impactful role in solving some of these issues. So that's been a great success from our point of view, because that was the initial understandings that we want to come in and be very impactful, not just more of the same, because it's a growing industry. That could be the case, but we want to be truly unique and impactful in the industry. Then obviously impacting number of people connected, thousands and thousands of homes touched and changed. That it's difficult to visualize the impact there, but through the data, hopefully we'll be able to get something tangible out of that in the years to come. And then, so you said, in terms of challenges, I think there's still a big challenge in the industry as a whole, distributors communicating the true opportunity that exists, not just today, but in the long term, that solar home systems as an energy access product can be a permanent and a long-term solution when you look at how it's evolving and how technology is changing. And then financing it through profitable models. I think there's still work to be done on aspects like proving that unit economics work out in the field, companies can be profitable, and they can scale quickly. And that message, really, we haven't seen it so strongly put forward. And I think this is because people are still working on that part of the business, and which we're hopefully going to be playing a part on. But after we get to well-known fact, this is scalable, profitable for investors looking at this, I think that money will start to come back in, particularly a lot of small equity capital that needs to be deployed to start more operations, start more distributors, and grow them, because I think that's what is going to be required over the next 10 years to be able to solve this energy access gap. Yeah, hopefully we're going towards that way.
Thanks so much, Sitan. I guess, to recap, three messages that I take away from this conversation are really around that data is key to better assess customer needs and which can essentially be used to fine tune these services accordingly and in decision making. The second, I guess, a more well known one is that challenges in financing exist. And third, really around the greater need to communicate the kind of impact enterprises like yours are having in the industry. And I'm hoping that this interaction of ours serves as a small step in achieving that. So thank you so much, Sitan, for sharing your insights. I think this has been great. And we hope you and the rest of the team at Solaris Offgrid continues making such great impact in this space. Thank you.
Thank you.